NAACP this morning, in solidarity with the CBC, we are calling on athletes who are coming out of high school not to attend any state-funded schools of states that have moved to minimize our right to vote, to minimize our ability to elect candidates of our choice, and states that are seeking to create a sharecropping reality.
Our athletes matter and our representation matter. And that, as the CEO of NAACP has said, we're going to stand forward and we're going to demand justice for everyone. And it's African Americans today, it's Hispanics tomorrow, it's Asian Americans the next day. Listen, this is very much a we thing.
Might have to drop a dime on this.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta stop it.
I don't like that shit.
For sure, bro.
I don't like that shit.
Alright, y'all know how we do. Always pushing help, wealth, and a better understanding of self. So check this out. The CBC is trying to get athletes, okay, that they're getting paid to play sports now in college. So they're trying to get athletes to not go to certain states unless they're for having seats of black representation. And y'all know on this channel, we've been saying for so long that the Congressional Black Caucus, the NAACP, has not been working for us. They work for other cultures, other nationalities, as we see what they do with the immigrants. They don't work for us. So now you want to get black athletes to possibly take pay cuts to make sure you got a job. You can't make this stuff up. So now we gotta stand and let everybody know. This video is to let everybody know, all you athletes, go get your money, because these Democrats and these Congressional Black Caucus, they're just gonna get their money. Their policy is not about, they don't care about you. They care about what they're trying to accomplish. So they're too off code to speak on black issues, because it's a black issue now, but they're not gonna get them immigrants to go stomp out there for us. They're not gonna get them little hats to say nothing about that. It's like the sky is falling for us. I just did a video, y'all, where they saying voters' rights, and they got everybody saying we not going back. We supposed to be standing on reparations like this. This is what the real culture, the real FBA movement is saying. We want to stand on reparations like this. We tired of saying for voters and all of these bills that make nothing burgers. We don't want them anymore. So I'm gonna play some clips. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, push on the algorithm. I greatly appreciate that. We got to get this out because they trying to attack the athletes. They want them to take pay cuts, but they ain't taking no pay cut for nobody else. I want to know what y'all think about this in the comment section. We're gonna play some clips. I'm gonna give y'all some more commentary. Y'all check it out.
Thank my colleagues of the Congressional Black Caucus and our athletes. I'm Congresswoman Yvette D. Clarke, Chair of the Congressional Black Caucus for the 119th session of Congress and proud representative of New York's 9th Congressional District, Central and Southwest Brooklyn. I want to thank our House Democratic leader, Congressman Hakeem Jeffries of Brooklyn, my CBC colleagues, Derek Johnson of the NAACP, and Brandon Copeland, CEO of Athletes.org, for their leadership and presence here today. Yesterday, amid unanimous opposition from the Congressional Black Caucus, the SCORE Act was pulled from the House voting schedule.
That's right. Yeah.
We want to be clear. The issue was never simply about one bill. As the CBC made clear in letters to the Southeastern Conference, Atlantic Coast Conference, and the National Collegiate Athletic Association, the issue is whether institutions that benefit from black talent, black labor, and black communities are willing to speak out when black political power is under attack. In the wake of the Supreme Court's Calais decision, states across the South have moved rapidly to redraw congressional districts in ways that dilute black voting strength, weaken black representation, and undermine decades of hard-fought civil rights progress secured through the Voting Rights Act. For generations, black athletes have helped build college athletics into one of the most powerful and profitable industries in American life. That's right. The success, visibility, and cultural influence of major athletic conferences and institutions are inseparable from the talent, labor, leadership, and cultural contributions of black communities. Yet, at this very moment, those same communities are facing coordinated attacks on their democratic representation. Too many leaders across college athletics have chosen silence. To be clear, black political representation is not a side issue, and this is not politics as usual. This is a defining moral moment for our country. The Congressional Black Caucus cannot support legislation benefiting major athletic institutions that continue to remain silent while black voting rights and black political power are being systematically dismantled across the South. Institutions that profit from black talent and black communities have a responsibility to stand with those communities when their fundamental rights are under attack. Whether in college athletics, corporate America, or any other institution within American civil society. Let this serve as an example. Silence from our institution in moments of injustice carries consequences. We are calling on American institutions to stand with us, meet this moment with courage, clarity, and conviction. History will remember who chose to stand for democracy and equal representation, and who chose silence. The Congressional Black Caucus will continue to fight to protect black voting rights, defend fair representation, and ensure that our democracy works for all people. Now is the time to join in the fight.
That's right.
It is now my honor to bring to the podium the Democratic leader of the House of Representatives. Okay. I'm going to pause on that. And I'm going to bring the president and CEO of the NAACP, Mr. Derek Johnson.
Yay. Right.
I want to thank Chairwoman Clark and all of the members of the CBC for standing on integrity. In this moment when black representation is under attack, it is important for the CBC to keep in their tradition of being the moral of the Congress, but the moral of conscience of this country. No representation, no revenue, no one black should be on a playing field of institutions that's living off of our labor, and yet in states that are seeking to reinstitute a sharecropping reality. It is not the responsibility of black America to hold individuals who should know better accountable for doing better. As soon as the United States Congress stand united to ensure our Constitution represent all of us, we will be a better nation as a result. NAACP this morning, in solidarity with the CBC, we are calling on athletes who are coming out of high school not to attend any state-funded schools of states that have moved to minimize our right to vote, to minimize our ability to elect candidates of our choice, and states that are seeking to create a sharecropping reality.
All right, so y'all, I seen Uncle Luke speak about these players going to schools and make sure that they want black congressional seats, okay, in these states, which y'all know we feel like they just trying to secure their job. But Uncle Luke did say, ain't even gonna say Luke no more, we're gonna call him Tether Luke. Tether Luke was saying this, and he brought this up probably like a week ago I seen it, and there you go, boom. They rolled it out for their campaign. So I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think none of those athletes out of high school care about these politics like this. And they seeing some of the content FBA coming out, so they a little bit more hip. It's definitely a battle. It's definitely a spiritual war, but I'm going to let some more play. But I just wanted to let y'all know that Uncle Luke was the first one that he came out with this, and he been tethering, talking about he trying to make a Black Wall Street in Broward. All of this nonsense, but neither here nor there. Y'all check it out.
Whether that state be Missouri or Mississippi, whether that state is South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, Texas, or Florida, 55% of all African Americans live in the former Confederate South. But the 55% of us who live in the former Confederate South, we will not tolerate a Confederate mentality on our labor, on our ability to contribute, and our ability to be to have representation. In this moment, our democracy is in crisis. This is not about partisanship. This is about true representation.
For the SCORE Act, we are unified as a CBC. 4 of our members are in the United States Senate, and the rest of us are in the House. Let me thank my colleagues, because it's sweltering out here. Many of them have comments to make, and I hope that you, members of the press, will make sure that you interface with our members before they dash off. But I'm going to ask at this moment if there are any questions. Just state your name and your outlet.
Jerry Gaynor with the Creo. Given the success of the Target boycott, could you speak to perhaps how this has built momentum or informed this boycott? And in this moment of reckoning, be harnessed to also advocate not just for voting rights protection, but also reparative justice writ large, like H.R. 48, like many of the members of the
NAACP, we decided to take this course of action because we see this course of action be successful in the past. There was a time where Ole Miss would fly the Confederate flag in their stadium.
That's right.
Until in the late 1990s, there was a player who said, I can no longer play for a school that waved the Confederate flag. Within 2 months, the state of Mississippi and Ole Miss took down the flag. The power of our athletes is something that has been not appreciated in recent times. But if you think about the history of the civil rights movement, we've always had athletes to stand up, whether it was Jim Brown, Kareem Abdul, Muhammad Ali. But today it is important not only for those young athletes to stand up, but the parents of those athletes to understand what impact they could have. This CBC did the right thing with blocking the SALV Act, so those players would not be exploited on the field. But those parents also must understand that the denial of representation is also a form of exploitation, and their children and those families have decisions to make. And those decisions can be and should be not to play for any state school that would deny representation.
Come over here.
Okay, let me just grab, and I'll swing back over that way. Okay? Yes.
Matt Brown, Associated Press. Is this boycott the beginning of something here? Would you all encourage businesses, for instance, to relocate from these states that might redistrict, or for black voters themselves to even leave such states that are redistricting in their communities?
We are not even 30 days from the Supreme Court decision, and we recognize the harm of this decision. The unfortunate part of the Southern state mentality, as it still stands today, they want to fit us in a 1950s box. We're too big to fit there anymore. And so we will use all we have as long as we need to resist a history that no longer represent this country. We are full citizens. We have died too much. We have bled too hard. We have fought to ensure that a representative democracy exists not only in New York, not only in Michigan, but across this country and especially in the South. So we will continue to fight. This is the beginning, not the end, and all tools at our disposal we will continue to leverage to ensure a real democracy for all citizens.
Yes.
I'm wondering if someone there can provide a concrete example of something either the SEC or the NCAA could do to get support for the SCORE Act.
I'm gonna have Troy. You wanna respond to that?
I think what they can do is they can stand up and start recognizing that our athletes matter and our representation matter. And that, as the CEO of NAACP has said, we're going to stand forward and we're going to demand justice for everyone. And it's African Americans today, it's Hispanics tomorrow, it's Asian Americans the next day. Listen, this is very much a we thing. And everyone across the country should feel this way. They should join us. If you love fairness, if you love justice, if you love equality, you should join us. All of America should, because it's simply the right thing to do.
Last one, just ask, why punish the universities for the lawmakers?
Why punish the representation? See, I reversed that question for you. It's not about punishing the athletes, it's about us defending each other. And it's about us using our collective voices to stand up for what's right.
And athletes have options.
There you go. That's what time's called.
Yeah, this is really not a complicated proposition. In the absence of fairness as it relates to black political representation, there should be no athletic participation as it relates to institutions that are housed in states that are experiencing a dramatic return to racially oppressive Jim Crow-like tactics. These universities should feel compelled to speak up, not because of their athletic programs, because it's the right thing to do here in the United States.
So that y'all see how they're trying to get the athletes to get on board with their policies that they trying to push. It's crazy, the same way they do us, the same as they do. Why don't they holler at the LGBTQ community, the little hats, and tell them to fight for us? It's reparations or nothing right now, no check, no vote, that's what we pushing. Anything else is uncivilized. We not for it. Now, I think the idea is smart if we do it with no check, no vote. If we get the athletes to say, look, man, if y'all don't support reparation, we ain't playing for you. The same thing that they trying to get us to push for, we just need to use that same energy for reparations, no check, no vote. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Y'all know we going live tonight, man. I'll catch y'all there. Be there, be square. Peace and love.
A community must have three things to have a community in it. You must have a wholly independent economic structure that can provide goods, service, products, and things for your own people, and jobs and tax spaces for your own people. You should at least control 4 basic things. You should be trying to control water, food, medicine, and energy to be able to survive and compete.
Here we got Mr. Pollock. He had a cornfield. He took advantage of a free water test from us, and this is what we found in this water. We found sulfur, we found hardness, and we solved these problems with an easy fix of 2 tanks. So get your free water test today. Stay blessed. Click the link below.